Welcome everyone. So today we have a special edition of Poker Flow Show OTG. And we're going to flash forward a little bit to the 2017 World Series of Poker. Now, this is a little bit of a special scenario. This is the tag team event, which was introduced last year. It's a format where it's 2 to 4 players on a team. They get to play at least one orbit per player. And last year, myself, Brian Rast, Antonio Esfandiari, we teamed up and we were a tag team in the 1K event. Rast was in the 50K Players Championship, which he was busy winning, so he played very few hands. He actually just got in his minimum requirement, and then I took over for a big chunk. Antonio then and I were switching off, and we actually ended up, I believe, in 28th place. I was looking here, and there was 863 entrants, meaning $863,000 in the prize pool. So 863 teams, and we finished 28. If you have 2 players, you split the prize for that place between 2. If it's 4, you split it between 4, 3, etc. So last year we did 3, got pretty deep. I don't want to say who busted, but yeah, I'm not going to say it out loud. But you know, someone has to do it. You're on a team. Someone's going to knock you out, whether they get lucky or unlucky. That's the nature of the event. Yeah, so you know what? Last year, we got deep. We got pretty close. It was fun. This year, they're actually implementing a $10,000 buy-in. So that means $2,500 a man. If it's 4 or 5, if it's 2, you can do the math. It's a little bit more juicy. It's going to be, so let's say they got 863 for that event. They are doing that same event. That's going to be on, I believe, June 5th at 11 a.m. The $10,000 event, which is event number 2, it basically kicks the summer off right after the event number 1 casino event. So this is actually the opening event for other than the non-employee event. So it's a fun one. $10,000. It's going to probably get 300-400 teams, 200 I would think at the minimum. But again, like say it's a guy, if you have a friend who wants to put up the whole 10K for the team, or 5K and 5K for 2 guys, or even 2,500 between 4, or someone in the 4 could put up 5 and the other guys put up 2,500 each and they take a bigger percentage. You do it so many different ways. So I'm interested. It's the first event. It won't conflict with other events, so it might get a lot. There could be 400 or 500 teams. It could end up generating a pretty big prize pool. So it should be a lot of fun. And you know what? We just came up a little short last year, so we started to brainstorm, started to think, maybe we were missing someone. Maybe we needed someone with a different gear, and we were brainstorming. So I started to think about who I would like to have. Some of the other guys dropped some names. We have between myself, Antonio, and Brian, we have a really unique group of friends, some professional poker players that are very talented. And there's a lot of little groups and cliques and this and that, but there's pools and it's going to be fun to see some of these guys teamed up and what's going to happen. Because again, the 1K was like middle of the series, so people had stuff going on, may not even have paid attention or whatnot. This year it's at the start, 10K. People probably take it pretty serious. Some guys will team up. It'll be interesting to see teams and developments. But we decided to add a 4th. We just thought we need a little extra kick, and maybe someone gets tired or injured or who knows, gets sick. So we took the full 4-man team, and the only real question was, who do we bring in? Who is it? Now, not to say these guys even would be available, but this is the kind of list we started thinking. What about what about Jason Kuhn? He's been hot. He's a good buddy of ours, part of our Burning Man camp. Would be a great candidate if he's available. Let's see, who else? Dan Coleman, same thing, part of our Burning Man camp. Good friend of ours, great guy, like Jason, good choice. Would be a good choice. Also pretty hot, still carrying over from his 2015 run. Now, there's Daniel Negreanu, friend of ours, number 1 in a lot of categories all time. You got Phil Hellmuth, World Series most decorated guy. Maybe we could get him. That could be an option. Man, so many interesting options. Kyle Julius, there's a bunch of different directions you could go here. Doug Polk, I was thinking of, he's got his big YouTube channel, and he actually won this event last year, but with Ryan Fee, another great player, I'm sure they're just going to keep it to the 2 of them, or maybe even add in 2 buddies just to do it. But how could they dilute it? They got Upswing Poker. They won the event in the first ever tag team. I mean, it's pretty incredible. So we're not going to get Doug, who I know, I'm sure they're already teamed up. Not going to ask, but that would be a good choice. I don't know, man. Do we go? What do we do? Who could we get? Who is the 4th? It just kept, my mind was racing. I just did the meditation camp. I was thinking about it. I was like, man, what is the missing link? How do we get this done? How do we get the gold? I haven't got a gold bracelet. I've come close. You know, here's my resume. Not shabby, but you know, we need. I don't know if it'll get it done in this event. Like, just we need some extra stuff. We got Rasty. Look at this resume. I mean, nothing to sneeze at. That's real deal stuff. And then even, you know, the kid, the magician, Antonio. Look at this. I mean, look at that resume. Bracelets. These guys got bracelets. They've got cashes. They've got experience. They've got the pizzazz. They can do it. They can play cards. But, you know, what's going to separate our team from other teams that may go with a, you know, super like heavy lineup, but like, what's going to be the difference? What'll be the difference? So something kind of came to me. I was just thinking, like, man, hardware, we want a bracelet, we want some gold, we want to get it done. What do we do? Who is it? And then it just kind of came to me. It came to me. This is the guy that can do it. He's the one that can actually do it. He's been known in other things that he doesn't master to just get the top spot. How about this golf putt? This was in Kingsbarns in a Pro-Am. You can see I was there behind him. Giving him a little, I don't want to say I was giving him the read, maybe a little, the camera behind him, whatever. It doesn't matter. But you know what? He's a guy that can get it done. First ever, like, Pro-Am. He's just out of the Olympics. He's still even competing, and he's going over in Scotland. And this is what he can do. Check this out. So, I mean, look, that's what he did as a hobby and in something he's learning right now. So he's, I guess, kind of learning poker or tournament poker. I mean, listen, Mike is no new person to the fella. You can see he's played some stuff before, but not really tournaments like live. He's played a little bit. You know, we lived together for 7 years in Baltimore, and he definitely knows about poker. He's into it. He's interested, but you know, I think he's just got that extra thing that he can do. So you saw what he does on golf as a hobby. Poker, I think he's made a final table even at Caesars in like one of the few tournaments he's played. And you know, I think he's just a guy that he can get that little extra thing, like that little. Some guys can win, some guys can just win. And although this will be his, like, basically close to his debut at the World Series, I think he's played a couple events in prior years. I think it's a unique shot, and I just got a feeling. Something just feels like we're gonna get done. And now listen, I'm a competitive guy. I'm not gonna say I wouldn't take it. My first bracelet comes in a tag team event with Mike getting his first bracelet, and like a couple tries at the World Series, and I have 30 cashes there, but no bracelets. I have a second, some close calls. It would be an awesome way to get a bracelet. I'm sure I would get joked at for your first bracelet comes when it's in a multiple person format, but it would be a pretty fun thing, and I think we can. I got a feeling we're going to get it done. I just do. I really think we're going to be at that final table. It'll be interesting to see who plays at that point, or who goes in, or if we let, you know, whoever's got the hot hand or feeling it. You know, it's interesting. You can decide. So yeah. I would think at the final table, we'd probably let someone, I would imagine you want someone to be kind of in the zone and be in the feel, and you wouldn't be switching too much, but if someone gets tired or feels like a little off, or some guy's bothering them, we may switch it out. So yeah, it's going to be pretty cool. Should be an awesome event, and there's 2 of them, but the 10K is event number 2, and that's the one with Mike for sure, and then the 5K, it'll be us 3 as well, and I think Mike, if his schedule's available as well. But the kickoff will be, again, event number 2, Wednesday, May 31st at 3 p.m., the World Series of Poker. That's going to be a fun event to check and follow along with. Actually doing something pretty cool. We're going to be giving away on StakeKings. Well, we're going to put up 10%, which is, so of the 10K buy-in, $1,000, and that means we will sell at... We're going to sell at no markup, 1.0, so you guys can sweat along. It'll be 100 pieces, 0.10 each. So for, let's see, what, $10, 100 people will have a piece of our team, and you can follow along with the action. Any markup bid, so it's an auction style bidding on StakeKings, and anything that you guys bid up above markup, so like it'll be a bidding, so you could start with $10 and 100 people will have it for $10, but then you can get outbid. So if you want to put a little higher bid, any markup that goes to it in any of the package from us or StakeKings fees will go to a charity. We're going to go ahead and give it to the Michael Phelps Foundation. He's got a really great foundation, and yeah, that's going to go 100% to his foundation. So again, you can bid on there, have a piece of us, sweat with us, and any bit of the markup that ends up winning from a winning package will go to the charity. So you know, I invite you guys to follow along and have a good time with us. It's going to be great. And again, it's Antonio Esfandiari, Brian Rast, Michael Phelps, and myself on a team in this tag team event The second edition, it's a 10K buy-in, and there's a 1K a little later. We may, if we're the 4 of us, we can put up 10% for that too, for fun. But we'll definitely do it for the 10K, and that should be up soon. Hit that subscribe button. It's free. Follow along. Turn on notifications so you know when Poker Flow Show on the go is on the go. And I'm thinking that's going to be the one we get done right off the gate. Knock the bracelet down. Hammer it out, and yeah, can't wait for that event. It's going to be a lot of fun. Going to be a great summer. And of course, as always, you can follow me on all of the different social medias I have and channels, which is JeffGrossPoker on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and then on Twitch, where you can watch me play live on a 5-minute delay. It's a great way to interact. That is JeffGrossPoker.tv. So go ahead and give follow on those as well. There's going to be hands, some updates, some Facebook Live talks. There's going to be some Snapchat hands at the table. There'll be some Instagram stories and all the good stuff. So thanks again. Invite you to follow along with us for this adventure in the tag team event. And I'm feeling number one, the number one spot. So let's do it. Thanks for hanging out. See you guys soon.
It was all a dream, and if you don't know, now you know.